Hey guys, I just wanted to tell you I've owned the Nintendo Switch basically when it came out in 2017. So what is that? 2.5 years ago, from the actual release date in March. Um, since I got it, I don't have a giant game collection. I have five of the physical game of the cartridges I meant. Um, Downloaded, I have the arcade archives. I have Snipper clips. I have the Donkey Kong. I have this one. I didn't really like the Arrow Fighters. I think there might have been one I actually deleted off the screen too. But anyway, so this is Nintendo's newest, latest, and greatest console, right? And the whole point of this being, it's basically the first one that can connect to the TV as a dock, like like Nintendo 64 type of console, but also play it like a Game Boy Advance, right? You take it on the go, stick it in your pocket, even though it's kind of bulky, right? In my experience, I think they actually knocked this one out of the park. They did an amazing job on this. It plays, great games. I know they ported a lot of the games from the Wii U. So there's some duplicate games when you think about it, but Nintendo's been doing that since they've existed. They ported the Super Mario Bros. The 1985. They've ported it how many times to how many systems? So that's not really new to Nintendo. The one thing I did want to mention is Nintendo's build quality on the Switch. There was a couple of things that left me wanting to see improved, right? So let me put that down. So the Joy-Cons, right? The security of your Switch when you're playing in handheld mode is because you trust that it's just going to stay in your hand, right? And the Joy-Cons aren't going to slide off by themselves. Well, that whole thing, all the weight, is supported by, if you can see to the right of this, there's like a little hidden thing in between, right? That's like a little plastic like gray clip. This one's broken. Can you see it's shattered right on the side? That, just because of that one little fracture, it slides off so easily. So if you're playing this in handheld mode and you're standing or something, it might fall. This Switch might fall right out of your hand onto the floor because of that one little piece of plastic. So I think that should really be improved. I just think that's way too much weight resting on that little piece just so it can fail on you. So anyway, other than that, and my gripe, I really think the Switch is an amazing device. The screen is large. I get it. Some people complain that the screen isn't 1080p and it doesn't play games in 1080. Well, if it's docked, it'll play games in 1080. But I've never played a game on this and wondered, man, this resolution sucks. I wish it was better. The 720p is great on this little screen. It's great colors. It's still a great resolution for something like this. If they came out with a Switch Pro and it was a 1080p screen, as long as they're not sacrificing battery life, that I'd be fine with that. But they went with this screen because they knew that it'll be really taxing on the battery, if they went with a higher resolution than this. So I'm fine with it. Other than that, I've owned it for 2.5 years. Probably still need to add some more games to this. I haven't really used the screen capture function that much. I mean, for what reason, right? It just records pictures and 30-second videos. But let me get this in focus here. Other than that, I think the Switch is a great value. You get a lot of new games just for the Switch. You get a lot of ported games from older consoles. You get the Virtual Console on this. I'm sure there's some new ones. You know how they've ported the older Pokemon games to the 3DS XL that you can download? Well, as far as I know, they haven't ported the Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, so that might come to this. And it really might. I mean, they came out with Sword and Shield, so they're going to come out with more Pokemon games for this. I doubt they're just going to have. I mean, what other Pokemon games are on this? Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. So they're probably going to port some of those old Game Boy Advance games to this. I can only assume. I think that's a correct assumption. Let me get this lighting back in control here. Anyway, All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to give you guys a not so comprehensive review. I know there's probably some things I missed. I just wanted to give you guys my opinion. I think the Switch is a awesome device. They probably need to improve some of the safety build quality features in here, and keep coming out with those AAA games. Other than that, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.